Inspired by Nickelodeon Winx Club animated series from the noughties and infused with teen drama, the YA series offered a large dose of ancient magic, teen drama, and other things that go bump. The film was a huge success and was very satisfying for both the cast as well as the crew. It's a crazy thing to see people respond so well to something that you poured so much into, and it's just a project that's really close to your heart. Before it comes out, it's a nerve-wracking thing. Then when it comes out, and you have this kind of response, it's a really wonderful feeling, star Abigail Cowen told BuzzFeed. But what do the plans look like to bring this series back for Season 2? Before we get started, be sure to hit that like button and ring the notification bell for more videos. The second season of the popular show was not signed off immediately, despite its popularity. Netflix followed its usual pattern and waited a month before confirming the news. However, there were so many cliffhangers and loose ends at the end that it would have been cruel to end this magical adventure too early. Season 2 has been confirmed, and there is more good news. According to Variety, the second series will continue with 2 additional one-hour episodes. Brian Young, creator of The Vampire Diaries, will be back as executive producer and showrunner for the supernatural coming-of-age series. The 6 episodes in Season 1 only scratched the surface of this incredibly rich world and the powerful fairies who inhabit it. As Bloom's story continues to evolve, I can't wait for you to learn even more about Ischia, Stella, Tara, and Musa. And you never know who might show up at Althea next term, Young said in a statement. Winx connects with audiences in the live-action adaptation the same way it does in animation, said Iginio Straffi, the genius who created the original cartoon.
Focus on the task.
It hurts so bad.
Stay with us, Sam.
Over the years, we have seen Winx grow into a global phenomenon, and millions of fans have faithfully followed the show. We saw Season 1 in January, so expect Netflix to continue this success story with Season 2 in 2022. If we look back to Season 1, it's important to recap some of the more crucial moments. Farah was hunted by Rosalind, who promptly snapped her neck. Everyone knows that Farah, who was once head mistress, is now on sabbatical in the mountains, pushing daisies. However, this show is open to just about any possibility, so Farah could return in the future. Rosalind is, however, still alive and well, so she'll be back along with Bloom, Ischia and Musa, Tara and Stella and Sky, among others. Althea College has been engulfed by a dark cloud. After attacking Farah, Rosalind, who was freed by Bloom for taking advantage of the students' ignorance, is now in control. Silva was arrested for the attempted murder of Andreas. Silva is still alive and well, after having survived the battle at Aster Dell 16 years ago, much to the dismay of Sky, his son. Rosalind is now the dominant character in the series, confident that students and faculty will follow her lead.
I got
it! You don't need to be present in the writer's room to see that Season 2 will likely feature Alpha's equivalent to Dumbledore's army, working to correct some serious wrongs in society. Rosalind says war is also in the future, and the burned ones are nothing in comparison to what lies ahead. What will this mean? Who will win? We do know that Bloom and her fairy magic will be the key to victory, but how so? It was Rosalind who let the burned ones break through the barrier to enter the college grounds, as we soon learned. It turns out that this was an experiment to test whether Bloom's powers were able to handle the threat. The transformation she made into a fairy was a success, and she also gained wings and access to ancient magic. This was an amazing accomplishment for Bloom. However, it also means Rosalind will be more determined than ever to take control of her powers. But will she be successful? I hope to, just overall, see the girls come more into their power. Maybe even come together to conquer one force or one thing. I hope to see Bloom and Sky's relationship build and progress. For Bloom specifically, I hope that she really has a more of a, no pun intended, transformation in herself and in her confidence. I want to see her own it and start to show her badass self. And Flora, I want to see Flora, Cowen told BuzzFeed. If the show does return in January 2022, I think we could probably expect the first teaser to be released sometime toward the end of this year, but that's just a guess.
Everyone here is lying. You guys don't know what I know.
We do. Dane told us about Astadel.
So you get it, you understand?
Abigail Cowen, who plays the role of Bloom, revealed in a recent interview that they may introduce Flora, a beloved character from the original cartoons, if they give the show a second season. Fate saw Flora and Tegna replaced by a new character, Tara. Brian Young explained that Tara is a cousin to Flora. Fans were unhappy with this casting decision and the general casting of Fate, pointing out the exclusion of Flora and the whitewashing of some characters like Musa, who are portrayed as East Asian, but Fate portrays her as a white actress. It's really sad to see that fans were upset with the casting. I wasn't involved in the casting, but I hope what they've seen and how I've portrayed Musa was to their liking. Cohen also talked about some other casting concerns, telling The Wrap, "If we are lucky enough to get a second season, I think Flora would be brought in, and I would definitely welcome that. I'm not a part of the casting process, but I do think if the series does go to a second season, I think hopefully these concerns are something that can be addressed, because I do think diversity both in front and behind the camera is vital and much needed throughout the industry and internationally. So I think it's important that we are having these conversations. Any live-action adaptation of a franchise like the Winx Club will be scrutinized. The casting decisions are the biggest controversy in the series' history. The casting decision for the role of Musa, which was based on Lucy Liu's Chinese-American character design, meant that it was not given to an Asian actress. Instead, Emily Applebaum was cast. Fans were also unhappy that Flora's character was dropped in favor of Tara Harvey's Eliot Salt character. Salt has teased Flora's possible debut in Season 2, so that's definitely a step in the right direction. These controversies were not enough to cancel the series, but they definitely left things in a rocky place. Although we knew production would begin this year, we were informed by the company that the current schedule, which is subject to change, will take place between mid-July 2021 and November 2021. Filming will again be taking place in Dublin, Ireland. We were also informed that this season has been extended to 7 episodes, but we are still waiting for confirmation on that. The series could be back on Netflix in a few months. The show was filmed in September 2019 and ended on December 13, 2019. But Netflix held on until 2021 to release the show. But they never really explained why they held on to so many episodes for so long. Maybe they were waiting for the pandemic to end. Who knows? Whatever the reason is, let's just hope they don't do the same thing for Season 2. For the moment, this is pretty much everything we know about Season 2 of Fate: The Winx Saga. I certainly hope Netflix opens up about the series in the near future and spills some more amazing details about the direction of Season 2. For now, we will just have to wait and see how things play out for these characters. Considering the first season left us with such a cliffhanger, it's easy to say that Season 2 will likely be incredible. Thanks for watching. Be sure to hit that like button and ring the notification bell for more videos.